Hello everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. We'll begin today's webinar shortly with a small introduction about Spawn School and Kushal Baid. So welcome to Spawn School. We are thrilled to have you join us for today's exciting webinar. At Spawn School, our mission is to empower aspiring game developers by connecting them with the real heroes of the industries. The creators, the mentors, the builders of the gaming universe. Whether you are here to learn game development, design, or simply explore the evolution of this fascinating medium, you are in the right place. Our sessions are always built to be interactive, inspiring, and industry relevant. So take notes, ask questions, and get involved because your journey starts here. About today's session, with adult games decoded from fantasy to functionality is led by game developer Kushal Baid, founder of GamerGage Studio LLP. In this 1 hour session, Kushal will share insights into the creative and technical aspects of building games that explore mature theme while maintaining engaging gameplay and strong design principle. With 6 plus years of experience and over 100 plus game delivered worldwide, Kushal brings a unique perspective on innovation and design balance. So get ready to learn, ask questions, and uncover what it really takes to build bold, expressive game experiences. Welcome once again, and thank you for being a part of Sponsful community. Let's dive in. Kushal, over to you.
Hello. Firstly, thanks a lot, Swan School, for giving me this opportunity. And I would love everyone, thanks a lot for joining. Let's make this session interesting. So I will be going to share my screen. I will dive into the session only. So just a second, I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, let me know if my screen is visible in the chat and my voice is clear. So please let me know in the chat. Then we'll begin with. If my screen is visible and I'm audible, please like text in this chat. Yes, great. So I will be starting with the presentation. So as you know, the theme of this whole session is adult games, and here I will be decoding adult games. Firstly, why adult games? Because I'm building one. Firstly, I will just show you that game. It's available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store for pre-registration. Its name is Pleasure Outlet Inc. Either you can just search it directly, you will definitely find it, and you can hit that pre-register button. This is a game where you run a shop and you manage the whole economy of like shop system idle arcade game where you manage a shop. You sell products, but these are not normal product like pizza or maybe like selling clothes and all. These are naughty products, which is like all those sexual products. So with this experience and giving a thing that okay, this is approved in Google Play Store and Apple App Store, I will be sharing the pointers which can so that you don't make those mistakes which can lead to app rejection. Because this is a very mature theme, you can't go too wild, but you need to be following all the terms because there are lots of rules regarding this. So I will go it in deep on it. Would love if you guys pre-register this game and let's get to into it. So table of contents, we'll start with the greeting, which is already done. I will start a basic introduction of myself. We'll also start with the session pointers, which was mentioned over the website, and I will just re-go through it. And at last, we'll do a Q&A and a thank yous note. So let's start with the introduction. So, hey, my name is Kushal Baid. I'm the founder of GamerGage Studio LLP. I have developed over 100 plus game in these last past 6 years plus, and currently I'm making Pleasure Outlet Inc., which you can pre-register on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. I also make content related documenting my game dev journey. So you can check on Instagram, Kushal Baid underscore. You can find those content. And in last these 6 years, I have worked on multiple types of mobile games for clients, for publishers, and even some of my own publish. If you just head over to my profile also, if you just click on this link, you can see these are some of my recent games. Bus Jam Escape, this has crossed like 5,000 plus download. Technically, it has crossed 10K also, but yeah, the Google Play Store is showing 5K. So let's mark that. It's one of the game. Then we have Trigger Master, we have like these all small prototypes of like popping game, and there's also Fill the Piggy, which is also sort of just a trial thing. And yeah, my upcoming game, which I'm focusing a lot, and I'm sharing everything on social media also. So yeah, let's get to this introduction again. Also in this, so I will be sharing all about like how this Play Store publishing and everything is going on, and how it works in this adult game industry, and why I choose to make a game in this category. So I will do that also. So let's start at it. Our session pointers will go one by one. What defines an adult casual game? Now, see, adult games is not just about nudity or maybe visually showing any sex scenes. Adult game is all about anything which is for a mature audience. These games are not for under 18 or under 16 audience. So that's what adult game is called in total and casual means in a casual way. So we are not showing anything too serious, like not like sort of like a dating or something like that. We're showing it in a very casual way. Just the theme is of a category which is for mature audience. Because generally casual games are made for all sort of age audience. Because like for example, if you see Candy Crush, if you see like Coin Master, these are small casual games. Or if you see some of these new hybrid casual in idle arcade space like Pizza Outlet and all, these are small casual games. They have a theme which is uh, okay for all kinds of genre. So you might ask one thing that then why did I choose adult casual games? Because if of course like this is the biggest restriction, so why I don't make a casual game? Because that can give you like good kind of reach because that has like the eligibility to convert a small kid also and maybe of all ages. But the reason behind choosing this was just I want to try something unique and something that was not done yet. I'm not telling adult games are not made. They are made, but of course their concept was different and they were not games which you can play anywhere. You need to, so you can get me that what I'm meant to say. Now, uh, and that's the reason I believe that this industry has power. I don't know if this any, I believe every category has a potential. It's just about how you do it. And in game development, the development of the game is just, I believe, the 10% or even less. I know for many of the developers, they will be like, oh, what you are telling? Developing a game is just 10%. But I believe yes, because the main challenge is of how you market the game. Because if you develop the product, but you are unable to sell or just make people download your game, there's no point of like doing a very good programming or making tons of levels or lots of polished thing. I will go with my steps also, that how I use to like ideate in the game, and then how I use like to plan out this idea and all other sort of things, so that if in case you are working on games, you will also get an idea on that. But in case you are working on any other sort of like mobile games or something, you will also get those knowledge also. Now, I will start with one more thing in this. What defines an adult casual games? So anything that you can convert into the mature theme with having a touch of like casual means just it should not be too violent or too wildest or sort of that. It should be something which makes people fun. They see if someone is saying that okay, you are managing a shop and selling like protection in this low poly thing, which I showed my game, then they might look it sound it funny because now it's not something which is like appropriate thing. Why? Because I'm not promoting anything which is related to sex or nude. It's just a pure game having a contest which everyone knows, but they like regret to talk much about it, mainly in India and all. But yes, so that's why I just think if you're thinking of anything in adult casual games, just think for anything. Every game on the top chart can be converted into adult casual game, and lots of games are already trying that out. Like you have seen those games where a beautiful girl is like a runner is game is going on. The point is, all knows the visual hook is in Instagram also we see a visual hook is maybe a girl dancing and all, and that's what I got this idea that okay, uh, why don't I make something which is on this theme? I will tell you how I got this idea. So when I started my game development 6 years back, when I was 12, 13, so yeah, young blood and all. So I was like interested into these things that okay, let's try something. Can I make something on adult games? But the point was I was not that time ready from the age perspective also and financial perspective also that I can pursue something that has maybe not risk because that time I was focusing on client projects so that was giving me income and all. Then why after like 6 years I will say I wanted to make because I was into this idle arcade and hybrid casual games and I was just looking for ideas that what should I make and just got these games like Pizza Outlet and all. So I was just thinking that if these games are being made, what if we do something on a shop kind of a thing? And what if it is a adult shop? Because I just got a hint of an idea of a medical shop and all. Then I did some research. There was no other game in similar context. There was one tycoon game called as Condom Factory, but that was a totally different thing where it just you manage a factory where condom is produced. So that game was totally different. And my main motto was that okay, yeah, now I have this concept, but I was worried. Worried for what? If no one is doing, either there will be two reasons. No one is interested, or maybe there is some policy issues. So to try that out, I decided to build it. Build just a small version and let's upload it on Google Play Store or Apple App Store because if something is wrong, they will tell immediately that okay, hey, it's wrong. It's not acceptable. So I will not waste like 3 months, 6 months building a game which at end will get rejected. And for that, I will tell you in the further that what all those pointers which I followed in case of like saving my game from getting rejected. And you or I have to keep that in mind for the whole process because of making a game and publishing on these giant platforms like Google Play Store and Apple App Store has lots of restrictions also because there's lots of countries involved and every country has a different rule. So now I will go with the core mechanics used in adult theme games. So I will just extract my sense. So this game, Pleasure Outling, is managing a shop thing, is managing a shop thing where you manage products and all. You just pick up things from warehouses, and like you put it in the shelf because customers are waiting here, and you have to put them. Let me just show if I can show you the gameplay directly. And what can other games? So if I just let me just open this. But yeah, if I just go here, just see this game, Pizza Ready. So this was one of the idle arcade game where you manage a shop where pizzas are produced. So you manage the production of a pizza, you give it to the customer, you accept the customer and then make money. Similarly, I made something which is related to adult theme, which was this. Currently, it's in the development thing. As I told, it's available for pre-registration. So for example, here you can see you you can just over here and there you see that okay, yeah, you can collect products, drop products and their sections will have the some branding or something here and there that okay, this is where you have to drop. Now Once dropped, you can see that okay, the customers will come like she wants a gift box. Now at start, of course, not all columns will be unlocked. Only one column will be unlocked at start. Slowly after the game expenses, user like unlock it like by doing missions or making money and all. So you can unlock it, and this is called dustbin. So basically, if you have something in your hand, but you don't have a place to like place it on the shelf, you place it here. Then I have planned the staff upgrades, but currently it is not incorrect. Like it's in work in progress. I've planned the marketing thing. Basically, marketing is what you activate this thing for like 10,000 or by watching an ad called as social media, and it runs for 10 minutes. It gives you 20% increase in the customer rate. Like for example, if in 10 minutes in normal time, if you got like 10 customer, now you will get 12 customer, so, and earning per sale will also increase 20%. So that's like a win and win. Then we have some RVs coming in the sidewise, like 2x earning for 5 minutes. So basically pressing this will give you 2x earning. So if your normal earning is like selling one product you made like $100, then by this you will make like $200. So your earning just got multiplied by 2x. Then there was one thing, let me just drop them. Okay, there was one thing called as missions. Now, basically, what is missions? Missions are the way of progression. You have like these missions like sell 10 protection. Now, when you sell it, you will get, okay, yeah, I sold one. You will get these missions. You complete these missions to earn cash reward and gems. Use gems for maybe activating managers and all. And this whole process, like this is currently in development. That's why I'm telling you can pre-register it out so that as soon as it is out, you can play this game. And what I did was I just made this much, okay? Not this much also, a bit less also. And I uploaded on Google Play Store. I told them, see, you guys review. And same I did on Apple App Store. If you can just see here we have Apple App Store. Same I did for Apple App Store. There are some glitches I know because it's currently work in progress, so avoid them. But yeah, same I did for like if I just show you, same I did for here for Apple also we launched it because Apple is also a strict platform. Comparatively to Google, Apple is too strict, so I was like confused at both end. But happily, I it got approved, and the reason why it got approved is also the way I have named it. If you just see here, I just scroll up. Okay, I have called it protection. Then I have called it protection box. Okay, then I have called vibrator to like comfort vibrator. Bed games. Okay, Viagra to like energy pills, all in one pack, and multi-position couch. So here I'm not using any name that is similar to something very close because see what happened is in by making any adult game or something, like if you're making a action game also you have to take care of that. Okay, blood color should not be red because sometimes Google mark it as a too violent and reject your game or made it too high for ratings. So that's the reason I choose this way where I'm not using direct names. I'm not mentioning condom. I'm not mentioning like comfort vibrator or anything. Even look is also just a idea. We are not branding anything. Like if you just see, this is how different flavors is looking. There's no branding. This is how we are doing done for this. Yeah, this is similar to a brand, but of course we are not mentioning anything or wording or any comfort vibrator is simple. Bed games. We are not mentioning any nude images or maybe anything that directly tells that it okay this is related to sex, because the point is you can't show these content. You need to be make sure if you are making a adult category game, you need to make sure you can't use direct words, maybe any audio clips like moaning or anything. And even though you can't use like the real art form or maybe any images also like of nude content, reason because it becomes too risky, because indirectly or directly it promote user for like those stuffs which is not appropriate, because may there can be a chance that any point Google can register. So it's way better crying at later. It's way better to just reduce the risk at earlier only. That's why I just did everything very simple. I just name it protection pack, everything is so simple so that it becomes easy. If you know about adult things, you will you by seeing you will understand. But if you don't know, then I'm not a guy, or this game is not a teaching person. So that doesn't affect a audience. If suddenly if I get a very low age student, I'm not teaching him something wrong. He will not understand, that's good, but I'm not teaching him something which is from the visual perspectives related to anything which is of mature thing. So you need to take care of these things. And so now mechanics, you can see these are some mechanics. There are like clicker games you can make. Like you just see any mechanics can be converted into adult games. Like you have seen food games. Okay, now maybe you can do just swap it with uh, what we call it adult theme. There was like lots of games you can try, but here comes your mind of creativity, that how wild you can go and how what's the status you can think of. So that's the point. If anyone have any question, they can of course drop it in the chat section at any time. Okay. Now I will explain about design, monetization, and platform guidelines. Platform guidelines I have minorly mentioned about it. Design I have mentioned. Monetization is something which this game which I'm making comes under hybrid casual category. Okay, the pleasure to comes under hybrid casual category. Now, what is hybrid casual category? Hybrid casual category means a game where it's not related to uh, dependent on ads. That it has lots of things. Remember those time where we were making hyper casual games, and you just have a game which where you just control one mechanic. Okay, just I will control a player, I will just win level and all. But in hybrid casual, the meta is increased. You have lots of things to do. Maybe like you have multiple tasks. Like in this game, you have to manage sales, you have to manage the inventory, you have to manage the stocking of the so that all customer get satisfied. Then you in future you get to manage like do missions and all. But in hyper casual, that was not there. Now the benefit moving from hyper casual to hybrid casual is because there are lot things to do. You can convert multiple things to in-app purchases. Now, for example, in hyper casual, in-app purchases was just maybe a few coin bundle for skins, and major in-app purchase was no ads. But in these types of games, where if people play, people will play it for a longer duration. Why? Because if they like the game, they are building something like maybe their shop or something, so they will definitely keep on playing and all. And best point of this is when they are keep on playing and all, they get hooked, and you can easily make them purchase things like gems, coins, or any other in-game currency, maybe some managers, power-ups. Those are like in-app purchases. Then there are RV rewarded ads. How rewarded ads works is in hyper casual, your rewarded ad was only one point that okay, you level fail or maybe you are doubling your points. But here you can do that also, but you are giving lots of things like 2x reward, maybe anything. Like in I showed the social media thing, now that's also I made it in the reward basis. Like if you just see here you have two options, either you spend 10k rupees or you activate it for free. Now doing this was having a single uh, agenda, that you player have lot of things, and every point we have made him two options, like either you spend money or you watch an ad, or you make money from the game and just buy things from it. And that's where the thing comes. Your audience has lots of options, so they have like you can convert them easily. They are hooked to the game, so they if they want that, okay, I want these things to be automated, now they will get a pack of it. And maybe if they spend like $5, $10 something regular basis, you are making money. And that's where yeah, monetization things comes on the stage. Monetization, we have majorly the things which works best is in-app purchases, because yeah, it's hard to get in-app purchases, but yeah, it's having the major chunk of revenue if your game is good. That But yeah, the next thing is ads, of course, because it's available for everyone, so it generates something which is like constant income for you maybe. And ads are of like multiple time banner ads, which is available, which will be visible on the bottom side of the screen throughout the gameplay. Then we have like interstitial ad, which suddenly comes like after 60 seconds or 120 seconds of playing, suddenly you get an ad. which is a forced ad. Like you have to watch it. Either you purchase some no ads pack, but you have to watch it. Rewarded ads. Even if you purchase no ads, still you have to watch rewarded ads. Reason? Because rewarded ads is something which is optional. You want something from the game, then you watch it. It's not a forced action. So that's why you get to watch rewarded ads even if you are not like if you have purchased no ads. No ads pack is generally for games. It just remove those extra burden like banner ads and those like randomly coming things. So that's the monetization part. I explained about the design part, that you want to make sure that you don't share anything which is like promoting nude. You have to change the your thing names, like maybe if you are using like sexy or maybe lust or maybe any abusive words, then you have to find something which is different, not directly pointing to this, but player can understand. How you can do is either you can just go on ChatGPT and just tell them that okay, I'm making a game and I'm using these products. And this is the step which I followed. I told ChatGPT that I'm making a game and these are the products I'm using. And I named the products name like condom box, and all these product names. The real name which I've thought of adding. Okay, I mentioned it out and I mentioned that one last line. I am making this for a mobile game which will be uploaded on Play Store and Apple App Store. So please suggest me some alternative of these names which can be used on these platforms and which can be used and it will get approved on all these platforms. Plus, user who is playing should get an idea at what he is getting. So it should not be too complicated or too like out of the topic, like something else. Then I got the list like, okay, instead of like condom, you can use protection or you can have like other options and all. And that's how you get. Use AI. Use AI because that will help you on lots of things. Like my like this game icon is generated by AI. Okay, the game icon was also generated by AI. I use AI on the development thing also a lot of the time because it give me as an access of fast to prototype. Because I'm making this game as a side by side, I have other duties and other projects and assigned like maybe some other work. So of course, I this is my side project. So I'm just whenever I get work, whenever I get some free time, I just work on this game. So use AI in your development because this way AI knows everything. Like for, if we just say maybe not accurate, but more than you. I will not tell that AI knows everything, but more than us. Okay. The best point is text AI that okay, I'm making this game. I'm making it for a like what we call it, Play Store and App Store or Steam. Now read out its policies, everything, and just suggest me what should be the way, what policies I have to remember and all. And Play Store will tell you that okay, you are making an adult game. These are the things you can do. I also implemented one thing which you will see in the game is a choose your age screen. This will come for the first time only. One time only this screen will come. When? At the time when your game like first time it loads, it will ask your age. And I mentioned this line. This game is intended for players 18 years and older. If you're under 18, you are not permitted to play. This way it becomes an extra blocker which I have added from my side, and this way it becomes a clear for Play Store and Apple App Store that okay, the developer is making some extra precautions, so it's good. And that's why you have to enter your age. And if it is under 12, 18, you will not be able to play. If you just open the game, you will not get ahead of this screen. So your age should be above 18 and then only you can just play this game. So this is one thing which I did. And as I told, the pointers can be which you can notice. I will just repeat all the main pointers, summarize this whole thing. Main pointer is never ever show anything nude content in terms of video, links, or photos in your game or application. And also never try to use like some other names instead of direct thing. Like instead of sex you can use some other thing like love bonding or something which player will definitely like imagine what this means, but you need to be safe from Google side. Also, never use like these words as I told. Images and all is okay, and also add like age rating and everything so that it becomes easy. Like this is a very important thing for games like these, because if you know your game is not for kids, even if you are making an action game or something, but if you know if it's not for kids, just add this, because this way, in case Play Store think that something is wrong in the game, but he saw that okay, yeah, the developer has added a screen, and it is avoiding players of under 18. Then it's good to go, now. Then there's a very less chances of rejection. Also, every time in screenshots, also manage the same thing in the screenshot and description. Like if you see my description of game. Welcome to Pleasure Outletting, the ultimate idle arcade game where you manage a quirky and entertaining shop for pleasure product. I didn't wrote naughty or entertaining ki jagah I didn't wrote like sex product shop. I wrote it in a very casual way, and this was whole generated by AI. Okay. And I also added an imported note that this game is intended for players 18 and above. The theme is universally adult oriented. It's all purely fictional comedic in nature. Because it was not, I'm not sharing anything which is like in case of like nudity or all. So it just entered this. We do not promote or sell any real life product, just light-hearted idle fun. This is just to say in case Google or Play Store might think that okay, are you selling this thing, anything or all. I just cleared it out. And we have this gameplay highlights. You are the manager of a fast-growing adult outlet. Hire staff, expand your skill, upgrade department. This isn't a real store, and no actual products are sold or promoted. I added this thing, and this was totally generated by AI. So it's everything like, and in content rating also, I mentioned this. It's rated for 16 plus and had content like sex. The content rating is related to sex, so that it becomes much easy. Your rate content rating page, which Google will ask, and it will tell you that is it related to any sexual things, is it related to any violence things. So please make sure you fill it nicely. That will really help you in that process. Okay. Now I will go to the next thing. So I've development workflow and challenges. So challenges, one major challenges was a doubt that will this Google Play Store will approve this or not. Second challenge, which I think is the community. Reason why I'm telling this is because this genre is something which is not too like okay, this is not like a casual game. You can't tell your family, friends, friends you can tell, but you can't tell your family or maybe small kids and all that okay, you made this game. So yeah, this was a quite challenging part. The development challenges of making a game is a lot. See, because every time if you're making a big project, now this is not a big project, but ideally the first version will be out by September, and then I will have to invest like 6 months on this game to make it fully, which I had planned. Uh, so the point is development workflow, of course, errors, yeah, timelines. I have other priorities also in between. So of course those things get affected, and I'm currently doing it all indie for in this game that I'm working it all solo. If I need some assets and all, I just outsource it, but the programming part and everything is all solo. It's all me and the help of my AI buddy. So that's how we are making this game. And the best part of this is you have the control. You don't have any burden of like, okay, yeah, I have to pay some salaries, I have to pay this, I have to pay that. It's just a trial thing. I don't know how games work. Even if I made a casual game, also I will be answering the same thing that I don't know how this game will perform because no one exactly know how a game is going to work. As I told in the start of the session, it's just 10% of how a game is like it's dependent on development. Rest 90% is how you market it, how good you are doing it, that it reaches to a large amount of audiences and all. And yeah, this was the development challenges. If I just saw development workflow is too simple. As I told, start with a prototype. My development workflow is for every game. I even though if you just see those two puzzle game which I just show in the starting that fill the piggy and pop the color pop spheres, those are prototypes. So for every game, what we do is I always make a first prototype. Either it will be 5 minutes of gameplay or just a core gameplay, and I share it with my friends. Or depend on the audience type in the game is, I share it with them or there, and I just see how they are playing. Are they enjoying the concept? Now, if they just tell that okay, Kushal, colors needs to improve, that you can note it on. But the main pointer is, are they really understanding and enjoying, or they feel that okay, this is not what I will enjoy. So if you, that's the earlier thing, because see, instead of making a working on a game for like 3 months, 6 months, and then getting a rejection from your loved ones only, it's way better you make a small prototype. The expectation will be also less. Just let them play, see if they are enjoying it or not, and if not, then can you improve those pointers? If yes, work on again on improvising, and then again share it. Once your this process is done, then make a like a 15 level build or maybe 15 to 30 minutes build and launch. Now this launch doesn't mean that okay, now you have to just like sleep on the couch and see the money falling. No, this is just a 15 to 30 minutes gameplay with all analytics and everything integrated from start to finish. That okay, now the game has opened, FTU is complete. FTU means you are guiding users about the tutorial thing, that okay, this is how you have to do. FTU is complete, level 1 mission complete. What, how it will help also? Basically, when you launch a game for like 30 minutes, you maybe like go and market this game on social media. You get to know like tons of bugs in the from the game. You will also be aware of about that okay, how this game is not performing well, or it's doing thing or not. Anything like something related to games, you get to know that okay, how it's working. You run paid ads, you will get to know that okay, how the CPI is coming and all. After all, you, for example, you get like 100 or 200 or 500 users. Let's say a small example of 100 users. You got 100 users. Let them play the game for 7 8 days. Like after that, just see the data, like the analytics which you integrated, maybe using game analytics or anything. Just see the data, that how many players have joined the game. For example, you will get like new users have come 100. Okay. Then you can just see all those events you created. Like okay, game start 100 people. FTU start 100 people. FTU complete 80 people. Now you get to know one thing, that you lost 20% of your audience in FTU. Why? You just need to study that, improve that point. Then you see that okay, level 1, level 2, level 3 was having major churn. Mission 3, level 3, whatever. Mission 3. Then you can see that okay, should I make it easy? What's wrong? Is it something a bug related, or it's something that you improve this? Because if your retention, your data is good, then only you will make money. If someone is like, you are getting like maybe, if you're getting a user for cheap or higher price, no matter what, but if they leave in just 5 minutes, then there's no point of higher like purchasing that, spending that much money on acquiring that users. So it's way better, focus on games, make it marketable, and understand the data. Data is the world, because see, you develop the game, you develop 1%, no matter if it has bugs or anything. You developed it, you are fixing the bugs, that's okay. But your data needs to be fixed too. Because if you have a good retention, if you have a good playtime, good thing, that will decide whether you have to continue this game or just kill it and move to another thing. And I know killing a game really affects a lot, because it not just downgrade your like mindset, that okay, can I do it next time again, and it's, but the point is, each game will teach you lots of things. Maybe I remember making this game, I'd learn about lots of mechanics and project management and all of the things. Like I'm doing this thing from last 6 years, so I have worked on multiple games, and like I have seen lots of new things. Each games, there are lots of failures. I didn't had a successful game yet, but what I have is have a experience, which for me is the most important thing. I know that okay, I'm making something, and that's is going to teach me something. Maybe from this game, I just learn about that how these games work. Maybe I just learn about how analytics work. Maybe I just about learn about that okay, how ad running works. Anything, of course, there will be something learning also. No matter if this game fails or not, it will definitely be some learning, and I will be definitely making all other kinds of games also. This is not just thing that okay, I will be making adult games only. Lots of things planned and things in the planning process. So yeah. And that's all. We'll start the Q&A in 2 minutes. I will just tell again that you guys can go and pre-register Pleasure Outlet Inc. It's available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store. Just search Pleasure Outlet Inc. and you will find that out. Just go, you will find this logo. We just search like Pleasure Outlet Inc. on Play Store on your phone or Apple App Store. You will just find it. Just click on pre-register button. For my case, it's unregistered because I've already did. But you will find it pre-register. Just click on that so that you don't miss. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is I will make sure that it is here. It's at the rate Kushal Baid. So just like if you search Kushal Baid, you will find me. It's a blue tick account. So hit that follower. I'm just making all sort of contents related to game development, documenting also, and related to like uh how you can think, and you guys can contact me from on these platforms. Okay. So you have these options to like contact me. Either you can contact me using my Instagram handle or my website. You can check. And now it's time for a Q&A. Would love if you guys can like drop questions and everything in the chat, and I will love to answer it. So it's Q&A time. Start dropping all those things. I'll just stop this sharing. Where did you learn game development? So I learned game development from like online only. It's just like YouTube. YouTube is the biggest source of my learning. It was free for me because that time when I started, I was not having money to just, on that time there was no courses or something also. I started with watching YouTube videos. There was people making like, okay, how to make a game. They were making whole game also. That's how I started. Once like each video was teaching me something. That someone was teaching me like Unity, that okay, how Unity works. Someone was teaching 2D game, 3D game. Some video was teaching animation, some was teaching coding. And slowly it all gets compiled and I got a easy idea and started taking projects. Like maybe I got some client projects from the early stages and all. I did that. Whenever I was stuck, I was part of like some groups and all. Like there was other developers also. I just take help that okay, I'm stuck with this bug and all. So yeah, I think I did. I learned the game development using YouTube, and like that's only source I think the best source because you have everything and you have tons of people to learn from. If you don't understand person A, you have a person B ready. So it's just, and it's available in all languages, either Hindi, English. So yeah, I think Bhushan, this answers your questions. If you have any other question or anyone have any questions, they can type into the chat. Would love to answer it out. Yeah, like next 10 minutes available for answering this. So you guys can post it out. I would love if you guys can pre-register the game. Have you made a game? Have you made a video on your Instagram account about how to market a game? How to market a game? I'm planning to make a video properly, but I wanted to do it after Pleasure Outletting. The reason why, because I will share you the exact current step I used. Either making a video and just telling that okay, if you want to market a game, create Instagram account, uh, create like YouTube channel, tell friends. These are not the way I work. I will share a transparency that okay how everything is working. So would love if you just follow it on Instagram because with time I will be sharing all these things. I shared about a video where I explain about how I like validate my game idea. So that's the one step which is very important. So you can just watch them and other of my videos so you can get an idea that how things are happening. And about the marketing, I am planning that I will make a very good video on it, and that can be a YouTube video. But of course, once my game is launched, because I wanted to share the real stats that okay, I run Facebook ads this way and I got this result. Uh, so that it becomes much easy. Either just telling that go and create an Instagram account, I will share that okay, I created an Instagram account and this was the result. That's how I want to do. So you can follow on Instagram at the rate Kushal Kushal BAID underscore. You will find my account. If you have any other questions, Please drop it. Would love to answer it out. Did you make your asset on your own? So these assets like these packs which you just seen the products, I got it done from a freelancer. So that was a paid work which I paid. Character I purchased like I think this character asset was like 40 or between 40 to $100. This was a character pack. So I purchased that pack. And rest all environment is just simple models and cubes converting into walls. So yeah, the 3D work was done by majorly from a freelancer, and the mage thing character is from like asset store. I purchased it, and coding is done by myself. Like it's not a asset or something. Plus, what I can tell is. Yeah, that's the point. Animations, you can use Mixamo or anything. They are free also and can help you create like some brand new animations and all. So yeah, I think Dave Mayur, this answers your questions. If you have any other questions, feel free to let me just put on lights. I forgot to turn on lights while starting the class because that was sunlight was coming. Now it's dark. Looks good. But yeah. So I think Dave Mayur, this answers your questions. Let me know if you have any other thing. And how do you get freelancer clients? So my freelancer client was majorly because I when I started, I was started Instagram that time also. Later on I quit. But from Instagram also making videos that time the market was not much saturated. So I got it like uh, good response there also. Second place where I got the highest response was LinkedIn, like making a LinkedIn account. I get to know other people also, networking. Then that's why I got my major clients. And I did client project for a longer duration because the point was I was not enjoying client works. But yeah, I think I never ever got fiber or anything because I didn't focus much on it. I hardly got one or two clients. That was also connected my connections only, which I was having on WhatsApp. But while I was making a Fiverr account, they just thought to support me by purchasing on Fiverr. I don't do majorly client works. My main focus is my own games because I just feel quite like stressed doing client work and all because like if you can make your own game, you have time, then it's good. I know it's risky because you don't have any financial support, but risk hai to ishq hai. That's the point. But yeah, the best way of making freelancing, getting clients is showcase your work like on LinkedIn or anything. Maybe you get contact with people, other people which are in your in your genres. Text them, ask them they have any work, do these things because see you have to do, no one will come directly to you because they don't know what you are doing, so you have to show them that okay, I'm a game developer, I make games, I have this portfolio, and then people will come. And of course the last option is a last or what we can call is Fiverr, and Upwork is already there, so that's the day one of starting that okay, you can create an account there. So I think this answers your questions. Why didn't you go to a game publisher to publish your game? A game publisher would help for marketing. So, Bhushan, your idea is great. The point is, I've worked with a lot of game publishers and I know about the truth and all everything. The point is, game publishers focus on a game if the game has good metrics, but they also focus on the category. Adult games is not a category which lots of are interested. So that's the one reason I didn't pitch too much. And the second reason was they focus on retention and playtime. And my focus was with this game was just self-publishing. I wanted to firstly improve this game from my side. I wanted to make this game correctly. And then later on, I will approach a publisher because in case if the game is just $1,000 or $10,000, we can just transfer the game to their account. So that's not a big deal. But I wanted to try it from my side first. Then I wanted to show the results. In case if I am my own results, I'm getting like a 1% day one retention, 5% day one retention, then I will definitely quit the game. So there's no point of like discussing it with a publisher in the early stages. Mobile publishers not are not paid publisher, that they will not pay you upfront money in most cases. So you have to make the game and put test without that. We can do it after the game is ready. And it doesn't mean if you get a publisher, they will just started investing in like thousands of dollars. You need to firstly make sure your game marks those metrics, and that's not an easy thing. Like they have a very strict like CPI, retention, and all. So your game needs to be solid. So firstly, I'm making a solid game. Then we'll see what it works. If it works from my side, it's good to go. If it doesn't, and I get a good opportunity, then we can definitely. What do you do for game ideas like books, tutorials, anything? There's no see game ideas you can't find it from books, tutorial, or anything. Game ideas are anywhere, bro. See, if someone has made a pizza game, like a pizza shop, did he watch the book of how to make a game on pizza? Or did he just watch a tutorial on pizza shop? No. The idea maybe came by in his mind when he was in a pizza shop. Similarly, you're making a game on coffee, Starbucks, you visited Starbucks, you got an idea. The point is idea is everywhere. Like even someone who is making game made a game on game development simulator. Just imagine, so ideas everywhere. You don't need to find books or anything. That's not my point. My point of idea is if anything that's hit your mind, that suddenly that okay, you are driving in a car and you just saw that okay, there was like a farm land and lots of trees. Farmers are growing crops. You convert it into game that okay, now you manage a farming simulator. So ideas are everywhere. It's just you that how fast you grab it and how fast you gamify it. It doesn't mean you just found a cow on your road and just thought of making a game with a cow, don't knowing that what the cow will do. So of course you need to gamify it. You need to make sure that okay, how this game will be scalable. Is your idea scalable to like if for 1 hour, 2 hour a player will play? It's not just like a simple mechanics like or boring thing, looping thing. Need to do lots of research. But yeah, idea is like about like you will get randomly maybe a discussion with your friends that okay, yeah, I think if there were a game where this would happen, I would definitely play. You get an idea. That's the point. Talk with people, talk with strangers, see what others are making. Like that's why I told networking is important because you will get to know that what others are making. If someone is making something similar to you, connect with them, learn from them, and they will learn from you. That's how you will grow. No one is going to grow solo. So I think Dev Mayu, this answers your questions. And we what have you studied and how old are you? So I have completed 10th. Till 10th, I have completed my schooling. Then I did 11th and 12th using open schooling. So I can call it that, yeah, I'm 12th. I've studied till 12th. Then after that, I dropped out. And how old are I? So I'm currently 19 years old. So yeah. And yeah, I'm a dropout. Like last 1 to 2 years, it's been like I left. After like 12th, I left. I didn't went to college. No plans also because I know that I will pursue my career in game development only. So yeah, and you guys can follow my journey on Instagram. And even though pre-register my game, that will really help me a lot. Great, thank you, Demo. I love it. I think you guys like the session. If you have any improvements, definitely let me know. Hello, School. I think we are done with today's
Yeah,
session.
Kushal, so thank you very much for this insightful session. I guess people loved your session very much. That's why we have so much question in the chat box. Uh,
Thank you.
yeah. So participants, we have last 2 minutes. If you have any question, you can definitely put them in the chat box, or else we'll do the closing statement and wrap up this webinar for today.
Yeah, and thanks a lot, School, once again for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much for giving your time and this insightful session. I guess this is the first time we are covering a adult game, and
Yeah,
this is totally a new genre. And this is the first time I guess the participants is also hearing about the adult game.
thanks a lot. So we have last like 1 or 2 minutes. So if you have any question, guys, put it in the chat box and I will wrap up those last few questions and we'll take a leave. And I will see you on the other sides. maybe in a course by Spawn School, because if you want to learn game development, you can check out their courses also. They have courses on Unity, Unreal, and yeah, even if you don't have coding knowledge, you can definitely try that out also, because it's all how you get started. It's not too easy. My time there was no course or something. So yeah, maybe it would do more
So,
good than.
yeah, so Kushal, just wanted to tell you that Mayur is one of our student. He enrolled for
Oh,
the Unity course. Yeah,
that's great. That's great.
yeah, and
Great. I think we have
so
good
I
amount
think
of
we don't
it.
have any further question. Thank you very much, Kushal, for your
Thank you.
valuable time. We'll definitely have you for more sessions coming up. And
Always ready.
yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so participants, thank you very much for joining today's webinar. If you want to level up your game dev journey, you can join Spawn School courses. Our upcoming course, Game Development with Coding, covers Unity, C Sharp, and hands-on game building with live mentorship. At Spawn School, you will get live mentorship from real game developers, project-driven, job-ready training, access to game jams, showcases, and not only that, every student who successfully complete the course gets a guaranteed 3-month paid internship. So I have put in the course detail in the chat box. If you want to know more, you can check it out, and you can also reach out to us via email and WhatsApp. Thank you very much.